Hi there, guys. Welcome to Outdoors Brews and BBQ. This is Carlos, your host. Tonight's episode, we're going deep into a restaurant that we like to go to all the time. We're going knee deep, and that would be BJ's Restaurant and Brewery, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's
yes, sir.
Brewhouse. We're gonna have 4 beers from them tonight. We'll jump a little bit into the outdoors, and then we'll, compare some of these beers to what barbecue dish we think might land best, depending on what beer we're having. All right. I'm going to start off with our special guest over here to my left. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Yeah. How we doing, everybody? My name is Mike. I'm a brew genius bartender at the Falls BJs Brewhouse and Restaurant.
All right.
These are my guys.
Ipa.
So we're here to have some beers, have a good time, talk about beer, talk about food, and let's get going.
All right.
And to your right?
To my right.
Oh, the
To
other
my far
special
right.
guest.
The other special guest.
I'm known by a couple different names. Some might know me as John. Some might know me as JP. Most people in this room will know me as JP. I'm just a dude that loves brews and chilling with guys, having fun times. Yes.
For
I
sure.
realized how that
Yes.
sounded
That's all
after
we
it,
need.
but hey, it's all right.
Hey,
It's all right.
There's
Hey,
no
it's
take
all
back,
right.
so
Hey,
we're
look,
just going
it
on into
sounded
a
a little
knee deep.
hoppy.
Once you get some
Sorry.
tricks in you, it doesn't matter.
He's committed, bro. He's committed.
There
Hey,
we
speaking
go.
of which, committed. Yeah, I like that.
What's up? You already know me, Hyro. What up, what up?
Like always. This is my right-hand force right here. All right.
The force be with you.
But I don't know about y'all, but I'm fucking thirsty, bro. I'm ready for my
Oh,
first
I'm
beer.
fucking
What
definitely
do you want to
thirsty.
start off with?
This is our
Uh,
late. This is a late version.
This is
Normally we're
definitely a
on
late
earlier.
version.
Well, it
We-
depends how you see it. It's either early or late.
Hell, this
Bro,
normally we
shit.
record like
By this time,
earlier.
I'm already home, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
By this
Okay.
time, I'm getting out of work, man.
I was just about to say, this is just when I'm meeting up with people usually.
This is Outdoors Brews and Barbecues nights.
What's that?
Late night.
Late night.
All right. We just in the same place under the same lights.
I feel like there should be a red light somewhere just to let us know that it's late night.
Oh,
Don't give him ideas. He might just do that.
Yeah.
But as far as the first beer of the evening, I'm going to go for a beer that Mike likes a lot. I'm going to start off with the Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
let's go.
All right, because we tend to go by APV levels here, And then
Which is the lowest of the 4.
which is definitely the lowest of the 4. So
Yeah.
give us a little insight into Oktoberfest.
So the BJ's Oktoberfest, our brand name Oktoberfest, is only available towards the end of September and in through October. Me personally, I wait 334 days a year for this beer. I love this beer. Oktoberfest wise goes, it's very drinkable, unbelievably smooth. Hey, I got the red lights going. I appreciate that. It's not
All
too
hot.
it's not too hard on you. It's very, like I said, very drinkable, very smooth. It's something that you can have that pairs with a lot like our Oasis, our Amber Ale, that can pair with a lot of different of our food
Oh my.
at BJ's.
It's
Um,
deep red over here, bro.
and
That's
it's,
raining blood right now.
No, we are in October, bro.
It's like November rain, man. I like this.
No.
But yeah, it's if I'm not mistaken, it's I'll go through myself here. It's yeah, the Oktoberfest is 5.6 ABVs. It's
It is delicious.
25
Right now.
IBUs. So
25
the bitterness
IBUs.
unit is not that
Okay.
bad. It's on the lighter side. It's 1.15 on the beer count. So it's not something that you can have a couple of them and enjoy yourself and stuff like that. It's not something you have to worry about, having too many and not being able to, be.
I mean, I would have had a couple either way.
Yeah.
Well, I would prefer you to have a
I
couple.
didn't want to tell me
know.
anything.
But you could definitely pair this. You talk about, the barbecues and brews and stuff like that. On our menu, you could definitely pair with a lot of different things. Ribs, steaks, sandwiches. It's very subtle.
Tri-tip.
Tri-tip all
Yeah,
day.
tri-tip.
Barbecue tri-tip. Everyone loves a tip, man. I'm telling you. The barbecue
Just a
tri-tip's
tip. Just a
fantastic.
tip. Just a tip.
That's what she said.
But no, it's like I said, you can't say October without okay, man, and it is okay.
I like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
okay.
Yeah, not
Without
bad.
the okay.
But as far
y'all.
as the style of the beer, it's from what I'm reading here, it's a traditional German style lager, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Munich style, German. Yeah, we actually our brewmasters that we have in the 2 locations that actually the brewmasters from there that actually go to Germany every year to actually handpick. Like you've seen the commercials for Sam Adams and stuff like that, where you see the, Sam Adams, the owner of the company, smelling the hops and going through the barley and going through everything else and the wheat and trying to actually, because that's the whole process.
Quality
is actually,
selection.
Exactly.
All right.
So our head brewmasters actually go every year, and they go and they handpick American style hops and European style hops, and they pick and they pair them together along with the malt and everything else, and it's fantastic. It's got a great golden color to it.
Which with this bloody red, we ain't gonna see on front of this camera, but
Yeah, unfortunately on this one, no. But yeah,
I think as we drink this beer,
Yeah.
it would be a disservice if we didn't.
my
was a
eyeballs just
shocker.
got reset.
If we didn't speak to what we know about Oktoberfest, because I'll be honest, I don't know much about Oktoberfest besides maybe a movie I saw way back in the day, which has nothing probably to do with it, and it's just.
what was the what do you call it? The
I just remember the boot and how they have to like twist
Das
it in the
Boot!
end, yeah, to drink it. That's
what
all
was
I know.
that? Oh my God, I'm so good with movies. It's the Super Troopers.
Super
guys.
Trooper people,
Yeah.
it's the
It's
same
Beer
ones.
Fest, no?
Beer
Yeah,
Fest,
Beer
yeah.
Fest,
I
yeah.
think I love it.
And then they tease you at the end with Willie Nelson coming out.
Yeah.
Like, and they went bankrupt though. I feel bad for them, but they went through the whole what do you call it? Like we raised money.
Did they like a GoFundMe type of
Like
thing?
they did GoFund for
Yeah.
them to do Super Troopers too.
That's crazy. And I had heard about that because everyone was really into that.
Yeah.
Did you
Yes,
know?
sir. But so that's your Oktoberfest right there,
I like it.
That thing looks gorgeous.
and the beer looks.
I'm
good
not gonna
too.
lie. I've already
So-
tasted it.
Yeah,
Good boy. I've been Oktoberfest multiple times, and this takes me back.
You know how much
to
I love the
Munchen.
Committed.
Oh yeah.
We have
For the future, I commit.
we're all committed
That's
to the
the
committed.
joke. That's the joke. I
put a
commit.
ring on it. Put a ring on it. Out of the 13 signature beers that we have year round, the Committed is my beer because it's fantastic. But like I said, the Oktoberfest, I wait every year for this. I mean, not to say that I am German, so this actually works out for me well.
Okay.
But it's amazing, man. It's really great.
No
They say,
steins
cheers,
today.
gentlemen.
Definitely.
Prost, as they say.
Prost. Yeah.
Das Boot.
How
Definitely
do
give
they
yourself
say
an
it?
opportunity
Prost?
with
I
anytime you're
understood
trying
prostate,
a
so I
beer,
was-
sipping a beer. Always give yourself
Depending
an
on how
opportunity
this goes.
Hey, look,
to-
you hit 30, you gotta get your prostate checked. Just for all our viewers out there.
So I'm gonna stay 29 then. Thanks. But so on the beer, the first thing, just like wine, the sommelier and stuff like that. First thing, the first time you're trying a beer, obviously you guys have had it before. Give yourself an opportunity. First thing, obviously look, color, the aroma of the beer and stuff like that.
All I heard is chug.
And then give yourself an opportunity to take a little sip, just on the tip of your tongue. That's what she said. And then actually,
Just put it in your mouth.
first swallow, just kind of swish it around in your mouth a little bit. Give the opportunity for the aroma and the taste and everything and all the qualities of the beer to actually apply itself. And then you can actually start drinking and actually enjoy it. Because most people will just drink a beer to drink a beer.
I was about to say, that's how I know I'm a degenerate, because I just went to just swinging it back immediately. Forget it.
Hey, everybody has a hard day, man. It's okay. But it's, just take the opportunity to take a quick, like you'll see the difference in the quality and taste of the beer and the quality and taste of what we do by actually taking the process and taking your time with it. Because, we're all passionate about beer. And it's all about doing it the right way.
Well said.
Cheers to that.
Just so you know, we do go by a rating system. It goes from 0.25 to 5.
Okay.
We're not
We
going to
like-
ask you just yet because we.
We like rating these things on Untapped as we go tasting these beers.
Mm-hmm.
So we do
Yep.
give them, I already have them
please.
photographed. So I photographed them last night after I picked them up. And then I upload the photo up to Untapped. We look up the beer and then we give it a rating. Now we do an overall rating of all of us in the room. Not all of us are using the app. I for sure am using the app. Hiram's
have as
had the
well.
app account for years and he has forgotten to upload every single beer he's ever
Yep.
tasted.
I'd probably
I've
in the
done the same
thousands.
thing because I've been so worried about getting a new beer that I want to try more than I have been about, like, I want to
Yeah,
snap a
because
picture of
I'm
this.
like, let me taste this. Like, and I start drinking it. I'm just like, yeah, I liked it, or and I just put it aside,
Yeah.
and that's it. And I forget. Look, I love technology. but I don't like using it all the time.
I agree with
And
that.
that's
Yep.
and that's
It's-
my issue.
It's the
with some
beginning
of these
and the
things.
end.
Yeah.
Skynet.
All right, so
But
I'm
that-
going to start off.
But if I may, I definitely appreciate what you said. Please be 100% honest. Rate the beer. Talk about beer. Compare it to other beers that you're familiar with that you've had before. We're only as good as our worst review, man. So please hit us up on Google, on Yelp.
I like it a lot.
Let us know what you think about the beers.
I
Hit
like it a lot.
BJs up.
I'm not gonna be.
BJ's at the Falls, man. Yeah.
I'm not gonna shoot you in the ass on this beer.
Thanks.
But I do feel like
Not a fan. It's okay.
I'm not, no,
Arata already
I'm
has
not
his
saying that
number.
I'm not a fan. I already have a number in my head, but we have tasted multiple October beers over the last month and a half.
2.5 to 5.
No,
the rating?
it's above two. It's above two
No,
and a half
I'm
for me.
saying the rating system is 2.5 to 5.
It's 0.25,
0.25.
so a quarter,
okay.
all the way up to a 5.0.
Copy that.
It's
Yeah.
no zero.
Like
zero.
0.25. Like
So 25 cents.
that's what's being nice
or
because we don't want to
$5.
give you a zero.
All right.
What the 5? Yeah.
Okay.
5 fingers to the face.
I personally, the October ale that we had, the pumpkin ale that we had from Lexington Brewing Co., I think is still my top pick.
October or from is it pumpkin ale or October?
Talking about October, we haven't had many.
Was it pumpkin or was it October?
Because they have the what the
I
I think it was a pumpkin.
Pumpkin Papo.
Who is this?
because
We haven't got to
Lexington,
pumpkin.
Yeah,
Lexington Brewing Co. is the same.
Rogue. Rogue has theirs, which is delicious.
Mhm.
You have
I haven't had the Rogue one yet.
Rogue was really good. You have Pumpkinhead.
No, we had the Rogue.
We had Rogue.
pumpkin one. I was thinking like I thought they had a Rogue.
We haven't had
October.
pumpkin. Did we have Pumpkinhead?
Oh,
I don't
what
think
you
we
call
had
that?
And then, isn't there one that's like Scarecrow or something like that, or like
Shipyard.
Shipyard.
Shipyard,
Shipyard,
yeah,
we haven't
Shipyard,
had
yeah.
We
yet.
haven't.
either.
That's what I've been telling you to drink.
Yeah, that's the one that we haven't
I
tasted
don't
out
like
yet.
Shipyard.
But I'll have to go back on my notes. But it's a fall beer, pumpkin related. Whether it's Oktoberfest or not, I can't remember 100%. But that one so far has been definitely one that I, right off the bat, gave a really high rating to, and I'm going to stick to that one on that one.
Cool.
This
But what do you
Oktoberfest
give this?
from BJ's, I'm going to give a solid 4.
Okay, that's good. That's real good.
And actually, I'll say a 4 as well.
I'm going to give it a solid 4.
It's
Chen
one,
already
it's,
threw
it's,
his up.
it's
He
one
gave
of my
a
it's one of my favorite
3.7.
beers, but I enjoy it. Well,
It's definitely drinkable. It's
I'm-
not
I'm
something
gonna
that.
tell you.
Wait, Chen,
but
3.7,
it's not something that I
3.75.
want to drink every day out of the year. Like people get excited when Sam Adams comes out with, so and so has Oktoberfest
Yeah, because it's
from
Sam Adams, you know?
and
like
it's- and it's
people get
August.
excited for that shit.
I don't want to drink Sam Adams
No.
Oktoberfest in August.
One thing I was gonna say
Yeah.
is this beer really does taste similar to Sam Adams Oktoberfest. I actually enjoy it. I had their pumpkin ale in their Oktoberfest. It's not exactly the same, but there's so many similar notes that I'm almost like prone to just getting a Sam Adams Oktoberfest rather than this, probably for the pricing and things like that, or maybe comfort.
Or how easy for you to
I
get
will,
it.
I will,
Yeah.
I will say that and
Easy.
if you're gonna go for the Sam Adams for one thing, out of popularity and out of convenience, definitely understand that. My personal preference on our Oktoberfest, Sam Adams is Sam Adams. Sam Adams is great. I love Sam Adams.
I think in one of our shows that killed Sam Adams. But
Yeah. But I mean,
And we did shoot
I mean-
Sam Adams in the ass
I
already
mean,
once.
actually, I'm like the.
I like Sam Adams, but
The summer ale. Actually, I actually
The
really
summer ale
like
is
drinking the
really
summer ale.
nice. Yeah.
The
Summer
winter-
ale is really
The,
smooth.
the winter snap with winter snap or whatever is,
Yeah.
is okay.
I went
but-
to Sam Adams.
Yeah, I've been very too.
it's a fun
I went to Sam Adams,
The
and
tour is awesome.
we did the
Mhm.
tour, and I
Coors is better,
tried.
by the way.
I tried beers. They don't
You say
sell
Coors?
nationwide.
What? I thought I heard Coors.
No,
Yeah.
tours. The
I haven't
tour.
gone to Coors.
I say Coors.
Okay, I was like, wait, Coors?
But sorry, you were saying
Okay, but I did the tour, and we tasted beers
that they don't.
that
yeah.
they don't distribute outside of the brewery,
Mhm.
and I was very impressed with some of the beers that unfortunately they don't distribute out.
I felt the same way with Coors as well, because in Colorado they have Colorado Native. They have
Okay.
4 different brews that they have that are only available in Colorado. You can't get them anywhere else.
Hmm.
Same thing like Yingling. You can't get Yingling on the West Coast.
Yeah.
If you live in California,
Yeah.
you don't drink Yingling.
Oh wow. Didn't know.
Interesting.
That's part of the reason why Yingling is a local beer for us. It's not a national.
Keep it to the East
distributed
Coast.
All right, gotta stick to the east side. It's all good.
beer. 305 till I die. Right?
Well said.
I don't know about 305 until I die.
But the brewery
I'll
experience.
stick to the East Coast, but I don't
the
know about
brewery
305.
experience at Sam is really cool because there are a lot of things that they like when they started doing was it the Rebel IPA and stuff like
Mhm.
that,
Oh,
and
I really
like
enjoyed
their
the Rebel
double-
IPA. I
when
love the Rebel.
Fridays recipes, when they had the Rebel Rouser, the Sam Adams double IPA.
Interesting.
That
The
was
one
fun. That
that
was
I enjoyed a
fantastic.
lot when I went up there was
That was
actually
fantastic.
it was an IPA and they called it the Guava Mango IPA.
The session IPA.
Yeah.
You heard
Yeah.
Guava, you're like,
As
The
soon as I
root-
saw it
your
on the menu, I was
roots
like,
hate you.
yeah, I want to try that one.
Well, that's a classic New England style IPA. So it's a hazy
And
IPA.
I busted I busted in my carry-on luggage bag because of that stupid beer. Because they made me check the shit in because I had fluid inside. I was gonna bring that shit back. I was gonna have that beer for a week after I left Boston. Right?
a week. You know that shit wouldn't last a day.
No,
I
it,
didn't know
it,
it
it, it didn't, it didn't make it past 72 hours.
It's called a road soda, man. It wouldn't last a plane trip back.
Roads.
Fuck nah.
But I lost 2 wheels to my carry-on luggage due to that stupid check-in of that beer. Yeah, picked that shit up at the terminal when I got back to Miami. That shit was missing wheels. I was carrying that damn bag on my shoulder all the way to the car.
Sounds like an even trade.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you leave Boston, you come back with something, man.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Gotta love Boston.
Yeah,
2 wheels came
Your
back 6
cousin
beers.
from Boston.
yeah.
Do
But-
me a favor, go to the car, get my shots, so I can go to the bar.
Give me the- yeah. Where's my donuts and coffee?
It's
That's what
parked. It's parked at Harvard Yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we
All right.
do refills seconds up? I
No,
don't
You
know.
want
Now,
some?
we-
Hey,
please.
well,
I
hold
got
on.
more, bro.
Let's not jump on seconds yet.
All right.
We're not trying to kill everyone yet.
Okay. Maybe.
No, please, more the merrier.
We're gonna
But-
be sensible.
Here, you can have more of this one. This one's still more than halfway
No,
full.
please, yeah.
Let's go.
There you go.
I served it into the cup. I didn't even drink from the can.
I came.
I should have drank from the can so I can see
Like I
if
do
there's
all the
any
time.
sort of different in flavor drinking it from the can versus drinking it from the cup. Because that does happen in certain scenarios.
Mm.
Gotcha.
The carbonation does. It does
All
definitely
right.
has an effect on it.
I'm gonna cut us off for a second.
No, go ahead.
JP, I'm still waiting for your
Oh,
what is your rating on
my
this?
rating is going to be 3.5, and it was similar to what my explanation was that
Mhm.
I felt like it was so close to other Oktoberfests that I've had. Although it's a strong flavor and it's solid, I just a 4 something a little too high for me. That's why I ended up giving it the 3.5.
I'll tell you, I appreciate
Oh,
it.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's
and
the
then
great. That's the great.
I gotta throw my number in real quick.
9.5.
So I give it 9.
Perfect 10. She stuck the landing.
Actually, I'm with Chen. I'm with 3.75. Which is a high
Okay.
number. I'm a very picky fuck.
Aw. You did that for me.
I mean,
But I like that. I do
375
enjoy
is
it.
not bad.
That's
3.75
See,
is a good one for me.
That's the beautiful part about Oktoberfest. Because an Oktoberfest is an Oktoberfest.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have very much variation in Oktoberfest. Like if you've ever tried a La Rubia from
Yeah, of course.
that's
We had
just-
that on the
yeah.
show.
you know,
It's just water, bro.
and yeah.
That's what it's good for.
Well,
Take
but
that to the
besides
beach.
that,
You're
all beer is 80% water, but that's besides the point.
good.
But if you have a La Rubia and then you go and you have our Brewhouse Blonde, or if you jump to something else, if you have like Vesa Sur has, they're born and raised, they're Dolphins sponsored blonde.
Mm.
They're all about 4.75%, but the variation is a little bit. You go from Funky Buddha, Floridian, and you go to a Hefeweizen, you go to Blue Moon. There's a little variation when it comes to October. October's October.
Jackie Vesco.
You right on that.
To the
It's
man.
always October.
It's yeah, you read them.
It's always
I'll
October.
back you up
I like
on
It's
that
always
call.
October.
What was it? Was it?
And that's why I appreciate what you said.
Siempre
Jimmy.
Domingo.
When you go to,
Siempre Domingo, bro.
like, yeah, but like
Those who
when
know
it comes to
Siempre
October,
Domingo.
it's always October. That's one of the things I love about it. But at the same time, there's always a little kick
A
on
little
it.
something for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Off to the next.
Well,
Where are
before
we
we
going?
transition real quick into the next beer, I'm going to transition into the outdoor section of this podcast, and that is a camping tent recommendation
Ooh.
for family or friends who have a group of more than 6 individuals that are on this trip,
Yeah.
and you're trying to consolidate it to one tent. Don't get all creepy on each other in the middle of the night.
Yes.
But this is a 10-person tent by Coleman called the Coleman Weathermaster. I
Okay.
tested this on a trip this year, and it took a nice beating.
How are you doing the 10?
I wasn't doing anything in the tent, but keeping my ass dry.
This
The
is a
weather
family show.
conditions will
This is a
beat you
family
up
show.
enough.
Yeah.
The
I
weather
was trying to keep my ass
Technically,
dry.
I was
all
on
right?
the trip, and I was
what
in
you're
the
saying
tent
is
fighting a bear.
The tent took a beating, but it still was tented.
Yeah. We got hit by a nice little tropical depression that came down
Really?
from the northwest.
Where were you?
I was over west of Lake Okeechobee in a campsite called
Like a
Fish
Kissimmee?
Eating Creek. Kissimmee is in Orlando.
South that area. But
yeah.
You know.
But we were just west of Lake Okeechobee, and 7 a.m. was all good. Went, took a piss, lit up the fire, started doing breakfast, started looking at the sky, started looking at the radar, started picking shit up.
Like, holy
because
shit.
There was a big ass.
Feeling the wind.
There was a big ass
The
line
breeze.
of clouds that was just like a military, front line just coming straight across from the west, and we got hit with good 25 plus mile an hour winds.
Dude, and imagine
Man,
you had a
we were good.
radar. Well,
Yeah.
imagine people out there just on their ass because they don't know what the hell is happening. They just picked a weekend to go camping.
Yeah, and I can tell you that
That's
the
why we
test-
buy iPhones, folks, because
the-
the reception is fantastic.
the tent held up. The tent has a 2-floor patented cornered welds, protected seams,
Okay.
covered zipper, help keep water out. This is off the description, guys. These strong frame tested winds up to 35 miles an hour. That's what it can
Well,
hold.
there you go. You got 25.
So, I got hit
You
by-
said 25.
I got hit by
You
25.
got to
This
feel
thing can
that.
hold up to 35s. I did like the tent because the frame is external. It's not internal. You don't have to run the frame through the little fancy.
Oh, that's
So
Okay,
the
that's
typical
actually
little
good.
loops.
It's all over the top.
when it's
Yeah.
on
It's
the
all
top
over the
and you
top.
just bring
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah.
And then you just snap it
Yes.
onto the pole, and that made it so much easier setting up.
Heck
So
yeah,
for a tent
shit.
that's so big, it really was a 7-minute setup.
I was about to say, I went camping maybe 4 months ago, and I was in the business for a new one. I was a Boy Scout, so I have like sleeping bags, I
Yeah.
have all that
Yeah.
stuff. Exactly, Scouts on it. Let's go. So me and my
wrong
boys
hands.
actually do this at least once every year, usually.
Peace forever,
Um,
man.
And so we just bought another one. One, I was just incredibly impressed by how cheap tents are now. Like back in the days, my dad would curse me out every camping trip because the amount of money he'd have to spend to like get us new stuff and all this stuff.
Because you made
No.
a damn hole in the tent every time, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. See, I
For us,
I
like,
had that
we
shit
found
too.
neighbors and we
And
tried
there
to like
was
get shit.
nothing worse
Exactly.
than being the one sleeping on a rock.
Oh,
Dude, for sure.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
No, I'd always check under my tent. I'd always be like kicking shit. Just to
The
make
good
sure.
thing, I saw this same tent, and when I was looking through the specs and per pricing, it was amazing, dude. Like the whole setup and everything, and a lot of these now, it's made in mind to have durability, but
Mhm.
ease of process too.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
it takes less than 10, 15 minutes, and you can set up even not knowing what you're doing.
Yeah.
When it comes to it, go big.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Like seriously, like
The other thing I like
A
a
little
lot about
extra
this,
space is a lot. It's,
A
even
lot
if it's
of-
just two of you.
it really does make a difference.
the other thing I liked a lot about this one was that a lot of us have 4-legged companions. This shit
Mhm.
has a freaking
It's just
dog
me on 4
hole.
legs. But
Oh, that's
It's
fire.
got a dog door in the back of the tent. You just open up this stupid little door, dog can go take a piss. He comes right back in.
That's fire.
I don't
That's
gotta get my
Oh.
ass off the sleeping bag, take the dog outside.
Yeah.
It has a little dog door in the
Cheers
back.
to that. Today's
I
my
like
dog's birthday, so yeah.
Oh.
there we go.
oh,
Oh,
happy
look at that.
birthday!
Little
Cheers.
ling-a-ling.
Cheers to the 4-legger.
Yeah.
My dog's birthday's on Saturday.
No shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice, man. It's his first birthday.
It is his first birthday.
Gosh,
yours too?
Zeus is
Yeah.
humongous
Yeah.
too.
He's yeah.
I mean, mine weighs
No,
close to 90 pounds.
Yeah,
Mine's at a solid 45.
That's perfect.
Hey,
He's a
that's
mini.
a perfect-
He's a mini Australian, so yeah.
That's it.
I know. I got a
so cute
I
though.
got a
so
American
cute. Those photos.
American
so
Bulldog.
Cute.
Yeah, and you show me.
Yeah.
You have the little camera that's showing you.
American Bulldog.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
And this man, he wanted the Cane Corso before.
I
Whoa,
almost
yo, the
ended up
King
with
I
that.
know.
I almost ended up with that.
Oh man,
Sheesh.
like
No.
my girlfriend's neighbor has Great Danes,
Oh.
and then for a minute she's got this puppy, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this Great Dane puppy," and I was like,
Mm.
You almost want it just for having that type
See,
of
the type of
animal.
dog I want
I was like, so you realize this
I would've
dog
told you
is
to go to
gonna-
is
Home
an
Depot
Irish
before you got the dog.
wolfhound.
And you buy a
They
flathead
get
shovel.
humongous,
Yeah.
just like
So you
Danes.
just go.
But the
Ugh.
loyalty.
Scoop up the
and
lamb
just
Area,
shovel
look-
everything out.
I
Yeah.
love it.
It's like, so you do realize we get the dog, and then we need 60 acres
Yeah.
and a plow
Space,
just
yeah.
to take care of. Yeah,
And you need at least a square foot for every landmine he lets go. Yeah.
That's people
Need
need
a
to know these
shovel for
things,
that.
though. But yeah.
that's what he just said. The first thing you
Oh, I
heard.
heard-
First thing I recommend.
He just
I
said
thought I
that.
heard lab mine. I didn't hear the shovel.
Yeah. If you're gonna have a great day, you need a flathead shovel.
I didn't even hear
Yeah.
But the dude, the dad's like 140 pounds, 145 pounds.
Think of how many people in Brickell just want that dog to say they have it, so they have a Great Dane in like
a
an
high
apartment.
rise.
In a high rise, bro.
Sheesh, dude.
The dog alone weighs 130, 145.
Exactly.
You have to take the darn dog 11 floors down on the
Apparently,
elevator.
someone's in
time.
chat is taking credit for your dog.
And so the dog has to be on your schedule.
There is someone up there taking credit for my dog, and I will give him credit because he was the one that hooked me
Hey.
up with the dog.
Oh,
And
yeah?
that's a shout out to Ernie
Let's go,
for
Ernie.
yelling at me in the break room one day. He's like, "Yo, you want a dog or what?"
Oh,
And
wait.
I can see Ernie.
Wait. Well, first of all, you got to say it right. You want a dog? You want a dog? Oh, you mean dog.
Snatch.
Snatch.
Let's
Yeah.
go. You want a dag?
Oh,
You want a
dog.
dag?
Yeah, you want a dog? You want a dog? Yeah, you want a
Dog.
dog?
Such a
Uh,
great movie.
yeah,
God
yeah.
damn.
The best acting Brad Pitt's ever
Yes.
done. I swear.
Yeah.
Filthy
But-
poikas.
relating
I
it
want a
real-
motor coach. That's all I want. I came for a motor coach.
All right.
relating
Sorry.
relating it back to this tent here real quick, guys, so I can just give you some last key features of this
I'm
tent.
about to crawl into it. Let's go.
The tent is 17 feet by 9 feet by 6 feet and 8 inches. So if you're 6 foot plus and you stand in the middle of the tent, you're perfectly fine. All right. It can hold it has up to 6 windows, can hold up to 10 people. And the door actually has a frame, so it's not like your typical tent door that you need to, the door's
Off
just
the
hanging.
frame.
No.
The
Gotta
second
like
zip.
the zippy.
It has an extra rod that you put on the
second
door.
zip.
So it-
yeah.
I like that.
So it's
Coño.
it's looped to the center, so when you open the door just shuts back closed.
Yep.
That's hot.
And for
Yeah.
those of us who live in Florida,
Uh,
skeeters, man.
Miss-
Mosquitoes.
there is-
Yeah.
Skeeters.
All I
That's-
heard
that's
is Chen's
important.
going to have an outdoor studio.
Outdoor studio? Hey man, we got to do an outdoor episode.
Hey, beer
What
by
we
the
gotta do
beer
is
by the moonlight,
you gotta
man.
do one where you're grilling at the
Yeah,
same
I'm
time.
grilling right
and
there right next to
drinking.
the
One day,
fire
hey,
Let's
look,
go.
outdoors brews and barbecues.
Hey, let's do it.
Hey.
People
And
want the
then-
barbecue side at some point.
For those of y'all who like glamping and not real camping, it does have a little hole in the side where you can run the extension cord right through.
That's
Nice.
hot.
Actually, that's
Right.
nice.
Nice.
In my case, solar panel generator. I don't need
Mm.
freaking extension cords. The power's inside.
Smart,
All right.
man.
Yeah, the power of the sun, man. I'm good.
Hey.
All right. Next beer up, man. We're going into
I'm ready. Let's
the next
go.
step,
the pumpkin ale.
pumpkin ale.
Now,
We're going
pumpkin
in.
ale, to my understanding, has a slightly higher APV level, right?
Correct.
Slightly.
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 If I'm not
Slightly.
mistaken, the pumpkin ale is 6.2.
Light work.
6.2.
I
We're
like
going
that slight.
5.6 to 6.2, which actually was funny enough. It's actually higher than October. Generally,
Mhm.
October is
High.
around 6%. But our pumpkin ale, we've made a change in the last 2 years, where we switched from pumpkin spice to a pumpkin puree.
Mm.
So pure pumpkin
Mhm.
puree. So what that allows us to do with our beer is allows to give a more flavorful continuation of that initial pumpkin
Mhm.
that you
Keep
taste
speaking
off the
dirty to
first
me.
run.
I was just about to say.
Don't
Ooh,
threaten me with a good time.
sounds
man. I'm telling
nasty.
you. So, all right, so like there's other pumpkin beers. There's a lot of like we talked about before. Most pumpkin beers, you get the initial snap of
Mm.
pumpkin flavor. It's like, oh wow, that's pumpkin, and then nothing afterwards. There's very little aftertaste, very little for you to savor the flavor. The nice thing about the way we changed it now is it's creamier, and we've allowed it the opportunity to be able to stay on your palate and have a flavorful aftertaste, which
Oi.
I was about to say, I don't know which one of us is going to be immature enough to crack a smile at all those words in continuation, but it was obviously me and Porata.
and it's
But
also
continue, please.
well,
Thank you.
first of all, it's also very moist. I just want to say that.
Oh, it's
Moist.
That's
very
very
I have a
moist.
friend that loves
But no,
that
but
word
seriously, like
so much.
like Shipyard and Pumpkin and Rogue and stuff like that, you get a very crisp pumpkin flavor, and it's fantastic.
I remember the pumpkin ale you guys had last year. And
Not as good as this one.
it was not as good as this one.
Yeah, it was all right.
Because the last year was the first year where we started experimenting with doing the puree,
Mm.
It takes a while.
and
to
now
experiment.
they've actually it's
Next time I'm
amazing.
in, I definitely got to get
it's
it with a
amazing.
little shot
Okay,
of
okay.
Fireball.
Well, I'm ready to pull out
And
some
which-
with it around the
fireball.
Speaking of which,
Hits.
sugared rim,
You know,
Pilsner glass, pumpkin ale, little sidecar of Fireball,
you know, sidecar put right.
$4 side call. You come see Mike. I got you.
I like that. I think Time
All right, let's crack some of these glasses.
Cracking them up.
All right, start cracking
Cans.
open
Yeah,
these cans.
Palette.
go ahead.
That one is in that back corner. I kind of more or less organize those cans in the cooler, some sort of orientation.
In the meantime, I've got to say this Yeti cooler, like there's been so many sources of people trying to convince me to buy Yeti. It's almost like Herbalife where people are into it and they try and sneak you into it as well. But I'm actually for this one.
It's a pyramid
I was
scheme. I
It
promise
feels
you.
like
the fact
it,
that you
right?
said that.
it feels like a pyramid scheme,
So
but then I
if
see
you
it and I
buy
see the
and then your
functionality.
friend buys it, and then his friend buys
Got it
it.
right in the middle. What are you doing?
It
Exactly.
pays for itself.
Yeah, I'm telling
Thank
you.
you.
But every time I've seen someone with a Yeti, it's always usually
Buds,
like a dumbbell of a water canister that they're holding with them, but it always looks long lasting. It chills forever. When I see the coolers, it seems like it's worth it. I think I'm gonna finally invest in one of these
Dude,
things.
my
Ken
family
showing off his
I
Yeti
see
cooler right now.
Yeah.
my family been
boss.
using Yetis for years.
As
Whether-
a Jamaican,
whether
I
if
thought that
it's-
would have been off brand, but
If it's like the what do you call it? The
That shit
what's
is-
the little the nitrogen filled ones that you get?
oh, the thermoses or whatever
yeah, the
the
little
hell.
thermos.
Yeah,
the like. But dude, you could beat them up like years on the boat and stuff like that. Going as a kid, like you could beat them up, throw them around,
Mhm.
and they're solid, man. They really are.
You got your
said
can,
it.
huh?
Boat people love Yeti. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it lasts long, and when you're a boater, you're usually like, inebriated and out in the salt water where it's gonna destroy your stuff.
Well, it's mostly because it'll keep your beer cold for 14 hours.
and I
16
think
hours.
that as
So,
well too. So I always
I'm
see
gonna-
boat people with Yeti.
I'm gonna jump in here in this conversation because I had this cooler on a list of things that I wanted for a good minute.
Oh, there we go.
Well, like
and-
like 450 around there, right?
This cooler specific, that's empty. Give me another can because now I got to give it more. Yeah. This cooler was a gift from a very close friend of mine.
Nice.
We met up for
That's a real.
the 4th of July for my birthday up north in Central Florida.
There you go, man.
And I almost made the full
Happy
return to shit
birthday.
because I know how much the cooler costs.
That's friendship
Yeah.
Like I said, yeah.
for real.
And when he tells me to help him take down a box from the car, dude's a twig. Dude can't pick up a box that size. So I was the one that picked up the box, took the box out, took it to the Airbnb. I didn't know what the hell was in the box. There was no sort of sign or anything on the outside of the box that indicated what it was. So I just put the box there and I was like, where do y'all need this box at? What the hell y'all bringing here, bro? I told y'all to bring this so much food. That's what I was telling him. And I didn't know what the hell it was until he told me, open up the box. And when I opened up the bottom of the box, I didn't even open up the whole box. I was like, y'all better return that shit. I don't want it. Return that shit.
Lies straight from his mouth.
And they were lying straight from my mouth.
Look at it now.
And
Look at it now. It's
and-
the
and
main.
then I look
it's
right
the
at
main
him.
person in the show.
I look
It's
right
a
at
main
him, and
event.
he's like,
Please say no. Please say no. Please say no.
he's like, I can't return it anyways. I've already had it for 4 months. And I was like, all right then, thank you. I'll take that.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
apparently,
Ice,
Chat-
please. Ice,
Chat-
anybody?
Chad is telling JP, "Come on, man. You saw me, Erica, Yeti every day."
Wait, Erica? I'm not sure, but I know who the person is, and I know definitely that man had one.
Well, I'm going to
For
blame it
sure.
on his ass on why I have Yeti.
I know,
Alright.
but he's a fisherman. It makes the
No.
sense.
So he
He's
was
got to
the
be out
Yeti
there.
But like, you know
Yeti,
how
is
cold
that
this
what
is?
you're
Like, yo, it even got me. Like, I'm gonna buy one.
And
Like,
the man's out there
as
waiting
far
for
as-
the bass all day.
As far as tumblers are concerned,
Travis Tumblr. Yeah, there you
I
go.
gotta tell you that I've tested those tumblers outside by the barbecue in the sun,
Yeah.
right next to the live fire in the
Mm.
grill.
Yep.
All right, I left the beer can inside one of the tumblers for an hour
Mhm.
outside in the direct heat.
Uh-huh.
I went back, I grabbed the beer, and I go to drink it, and the shit's still cold.
Oh,
See,
you're talking about the ones that screw off the top,
Yeah.
the beer cooler ones.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Dude, those things are awesome.
And then I started investing more, which, every time I showed up to the house with a tumbler, I was getting yelled at by the wife. Damn
That's how it goes.
tumblers are $39+
Hey.
each one.
I drink Coors Light, man. My mountains are always blue. With
But you know what
Yeah.
happens? The first time y'all go to
this,
the beach
this is delicious,
together,
by the way. I'm
and
just putting
she's
out
in
there.
that perfect place where she enjoys that drink, she looks at you and she's like, you know what, Papi, this was a good purchase, or whatever
Yeah,
that is.
yeah,
And you're like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Like, okay, you were right.
Yeah.
You were right.
They have the single serving wine glass ones too.
Yeah.
Mhm. Know your audience is what we
Dude,
say to that one.
Now.
There we go.
Yep.
From
Know
the
your
Yeti.
audience.
89% humidity,
What was it-
85
what was that,
degrees
Chen?
outside. You're sitting by the barbecue.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, I gotta
Hold on,
cut in
man.
on y'all. All right.
No,
Someone
please,
gotta
go
break
ahead.
It's rating
the
time.
fun. All right.
I'll keep going.
I would
man.
love.
So
We
good.
could talk for hours. I would love to do
Big
this.
facts.
Damn,
But-
bro, this one to me
I'll
is-
tell you right now. Just
For-
before we even say what we're tasting.
4.2.
Damn.
Damn,
Okay.
okay.
4.2. Chen already threw up a 3.75.
This year, 4.2. 4.25. We'll do that.
I'm giving this
Actually,
one a solid 3.75
I like it.
because
Okay.
the flavor is immaculate.
Thank you.
And what you said about the pumpkin, I taste it here. And I've had it in previous years. I've had other pumpkin beers.
It
You
stays.
taste it. It stays on the palate. You're so
Not
right.
bad. You know who we need? We need Casey here. Just
Oh, yeah. Casey.
Oh, KC would
He hates
immediately.
pumpkin.
He hates pumpkin
Well, so,
beers.
so he can order Modelo and just sit there and drink it. Right?
Yeah.
yeah, but he can't have the
He
pumpkin. Nope.
orders that special piss.
Yeah.
Right?
Let me have a Modelo. I'm like,
The Modelo
but
Especial.
dude, it's $8.25. Let me give you a $5 beer and I'll have a Modelo.
Casey's steadfast in his ways. That's for sure.
He is.
God bless. Tell him I said hi. By
I'll
the
tell
way,
you
man.
right now.
I told you yesterday. I haven't seen him in like a month, man. I miss that guy.
Casey. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna give this a 4. A good solid 4.
Solid.
Okay.
Even got the
I
New
really
York
love
on it. He said, I'm out here, yo.
But the
Bing
stink
bong
on
four.
it. Bing bong. Fuck your life.
Hey, I'm watching it. You think you're better than me?
I'm gonna also give it a 4.
Nice.
It's a solid 4 for
I
me.
like it.
And it's,
I like it.
I love it just because
And-
like the flavor on this is just
Mhm.
it
It's-
lingers in a good way.
That's
like a good
that-
like pumpkin pie. Like it's like
Which was my
that's the separation between last year and this year.
which was my concern when you guys.
I remember
had told me
last
you
year wasn't the
officially
same
got
out.
it. And I was thinking about what I remember it from last year, and the aftertaste last year was not.
Terrible.
It was not there for me.
Hmm.
That's what was killing me with this beer last year.
Like I'm just like even still now. I want to keep drinking it, but at the same time, I still have the aroma and the taste there. On the tip of my tongue. I just want to keep going.
I'm so
Delicious.
sorry to pause, but Ernie put on that screen, not to put him out there, but he wants to be on the show next, and I need to see this man.
yo,
on the
we
show.
gotta be
This
there.
No,
Ernie's
for
got
sure.
a voice.
And
We're
I
gonna
need to
have
bring
we're gonna have a
Ernie-
show.
I want to test Ernie's limits.
And Ernie, I
I'm
better
not
be on
gonna
that boat
bring
soon.
him.
No,
His,
no. It's not even testing limits. We need to have a show on like best beers to have at boats.
But I
But-
already know.
but wait,
I already
wait,
know the
wait.
answer to that bullshit.
Wait,
it's
wait,
gonna
wait.
be all
No.
piss.
Wait, no. Wait,
All right,
wait.
On that note,
But
the best Mexican master beer.
Mhm.
Talk about the difference between Modelo and Dos Equis and Corona and everything else. Like what's the best boat beer, man?
See, he said beer funnel edition.
Or are we talking
I'm
about
liking these
funnel.
Are we
ideas.
talking about
Well,
land-
like
are
I
we,
was
are we
gonna say-
drinking Land Shark or what are we? What are
no.
we drinking?
I was gonna say we try to find stronger beers, normally just basic light beers, to
Yeah, maybe we
to
just
have
look
on
at
a boat.
what do fishermen get, and then that'll be the test. Not just Ernie, just
In different
fishermen all
areas.
over. Yeah.
I'll go
Okay.
in depth.
I don't know. Actually, I think Richard Dreyfuss might actually have the answer for this.
Let's
Um,
go.
1,500
I
men
mean,
went
I
into the
have a
water.
feeling that Ernie goes for Modelo, Corona, Heineken. You know,
When you're on the
which
boat,
are the typical
I know-
like boat beers you find down here.
but you know what?
Those are your
There's a skill
obscure
to
beers.
it. There's a
Yeah.
skill to it because you're on the boat in the blazing heat for like 8 to 12 hours.
That's fine, bro. Because I'm holding
You
the
don't want
rod.
something to kick your butt either.
I'm
There's-
holding
there's-
one
you know,
rod on
like,
one
not all
hand,
beers have
and
to
I
always-
discharge
hey,
with the
whoa.
other rod on the other
The thing
hand.
is, it's the
Whoa,
Hey,
discharge.
hey, look, we're talking about rods here, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know
and
where
we're
the
talking about
conversation is
fishing rods,
going.
all right?
And you got a blonde in front of you and you're drinking a beer. Like, come on.
The thing
man.
is that when you're in the heat that long, you're doing that, and you're not
Lagers.
trying to go
Well,
crazy.
you get drunk faster.
Yeah, you need
Yes.
something to keep your peace of mind, but still enjoy yourself. So that's what you need. The Modelos, you need that. Like,
Well,
imagine you're doing like a funky Buddha
Yeah, but that
all
doesn't
day.
mean
You
take,
fell
you
off
know,
the boat.
you know what's funny about
that doesn't mean take loaded nachos with chilies out to the ocean. Because then you're
Yeah,
gonna be
you sit
floating.
at my bar for that. But the funny thing is, that, like what you just said, when it comes to those type of beers, the lagers and the lighter beers
Yeah.
and stuff like that, lighter beers, lagers are drinkable when they're warm.
Yeah, and that too.
Darker
yes.
beers are more difficult
Oh.
to drink.
Yep.
This is
Yes.
So if you're sitting,
But-
I
and
agree
you're
with you on
hanging-
that. I
if
agree with
you're
you on
hanging-
that 100%.
hold on.
if you're
But I
hanging out,
can't
But
do
if you
that
got a
shit,
Yeti
bro.
cooler, different story.
I'm not gonna lie. I did test out this
dude,
cooler.
if I'm 7 beers in, like I lost my Yeti already.
Yeah.
Well said.
You
Like,
lost the
that's-
boat
that's-
already. Let's be real.
That's
I don't even
45
know where I'm at. Yeah.
I'll be
trolling
sitting on the
block.
corner and I forgot I'm on it.
Block. Like I'm just sitting in the Elliott Key, like Jack Sparrow. Where did all the rum go?
My man's from Florida because he said Elliott Key. That flew over some people's head. I know you know too, but
Yeah, man.
some people you say like Elliott Key, Duck Key. They're like, what the heck is that? What's a key? Whose
what-
house are you getting
Yeah,
into?
no.
Matheson hammock? What's that?
Yeah.
There's a pond within. What is it?
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Born and raised, man.
All right. So
You gave it a 4?
I gave it a 4.
All right, so we got a 4 1/4. We got a 4, 375, 375.
375.
I'm gonna give it a 4,
Yeah,
Yeah,
give it a
4 too.
That's
Look at
I'm
that.
gonna
Look
give
at
it
that.
a solid 4.
Solid.
mad at that.
And
And this is what, like the
It's
fifth or
it's
sixth
a fantastic
pumpkin beer we've
improvement.
had already?
It's a fantastic improvement from last year.
Mm-hmm.
and
It is. I freaking love this.
I tapped it 2 weeks ago, and the first time I tried it, I was.
I'm not gonna lie. I had it. What you
But yeah, yeah,
I
you
came
did.
in, I had it. I
You
was
did.
like, I
And-
want to taste
and
it.
I
Like, I'm
was
not gonna wait.
And I was like, oh, dude, you gotta try this.
I was like, yes.
Yeah,
You
it's
tapped it?
amazing. Yeah,
Done.
Tap
I always
They-
tap it, man.
got it. If
Gotta
you had
tap
to
it
give it a
right.
platter,
And I also pour your beer too. That's the question.
if you had to give it a dish that you would recommend to this
Ooh.
beer,
Dish
we
with
actually
pumpkin.
didn't do the October. We'll jump back to the October on that.
well, John, I can jump back to the
Yeah.
October here for a second.
The pumpkin, honestly, for me, the pumpkin, I wouldn't pair it with anything. If I pair it with anything, it might be one of our Pazookies.
That's
the
what I was going to
sweet.
say. I feel it's more of a dessert.
The pumpkin is it's like it's I'm not gonna compare it to like Aperol or anything like that, like our Patif or anything, but it's one of those. It's a palate cleanser. It's one of those beers that you enjoy at the end of your meal. Like, are you gonna sit there and drink 3 or 4 Tatankas or 3 or 4 Guinnesses at the beginning of your meal?
I can't do that, bro.
You can have
I'll have one.
mozzarella sticks. You're not gonna eat your mozzarella sticks, man.
Yeah.
Like, this is the type of beer that's meant to be savored. It's meant to be enjoyed at the end of your meal. So I would say go all out. Have a couple committeds. Have a couple reds. A couple Octobers.
I started with this, then I went.
Have some reds. Do your thing.
I feel like having a
Reds.
committed after this would be.
That's what I
and
was
I'm
glad
glad
after this. It
I'm
was
glad it's not the
delicious.
next beer because we still have one in between.
We
But
did.
if you were to transition directly from
That's-
this pumpkin ale to a committed,
Yeah.
that committed is going to be extremely bitter.
Well, yeah. That's why you and I talked about
I
this yesterday.
like the
But you
way
know
it
what?
tasted right after.
I was just
Not
about
gonna
to
lie.
say this had such a changed flavor for me that I might still enjoy the committed more, but I might not think like, oh my God, that's such a stark difference. I just might be like, wow, 2 great beers in a row.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was 2 good beers. I would tell you just because that day I tasted it. I was like, I had that,
Yeah.
had it committed right after. And it was a nice transition. Like
You-
it went well. Like I love that sweetness. I love the
The-
pumpkin
the-
from this
the-
and
the
the
sweet
committed,
to the
it's,
bitter?
it's better, but like the way it went was just like it wasn't
That's-
this it didn't give me a oh man, like I'm jumping from this thing and had a weird feeling. It just flowed. It just went like,
Yeah,
oh
well,
perfect.
That's
Like the
that's
sweetness
one
was
thing
like- I
on
was
the
like, I can do
committed
that.
that we'll get to.
And I ate 2. So I had food in
Which-
between that.
and that's a difference for
That,
Hyro.
that's a different
Oh, I eat a
scenario
lot
for
now.
Hyro. He barely eats.
Ooh, I was about to say he eats beer, so like I don't know.
I
What the
eat-
hell
I
Not at my bar.
eat.
My boy eats that $10 lunch special every single time.
Hey, nothing
That
wrong with that.
Mediterranean.
That bowl
hardest
is
out-
fire.
That is good.
The bowl is fire with that
All right,
salmon or
if,
chicken.
I'm just gonna say, if no one's tried it, you have to try it. The kicking chicken, man.
Wait, hold
I'll take
on.
it, I'll take it.
The kicking chicken is
Hmm?
amazing.
I'll take something.
I do like the color tone that October
Hey,
that
Chen, you want more?
that pumpkin ale has to it also.
Next one, okay.
Because the color tone between the Oktoberfest we had at the beginning and now the color tone to this one has a dramatic change.
It does.
Right?
It's a red, but it doesn't have the red.
It doesn't have that red
Yeah,
taste.
it's
It's
nice.
an amber, but it doesn't have.
This is the second one. We're about to.
Right.
It's its own thing. That's why I
Now-
said, like with the October, it's fantastic.
With the October, I wouldn't do a dessert type dish.
No, I would say definitely.
Something very bready, a sandwich, a burger. Like I feel like
I will agree. Mushroom
a-
Swiss, bacon guac.
yes,
absolutely.
yes.
Something that's heavy, but at the same time not so heavy.
Yeah, no. And I try to get like try to go.
Or
Freaking
even
knock out
or even one of our pizzas.
You know what's funny though? I felt like with this one, because of the sweet, it would go well with a burger. you get that savory and that sweet. Like if I'm going for a beer and a
All right,
burger,
you just got me.
I almost could
Bistro
get both.
burger.
Exactly.
The bistro burger.
I felt like I'd be really satisfied with that combination right now.
You just turn it up.
Not going to bistro.
That's it. Because I love that
The goat
salty
cheese and everything. Yeah.
Yes.
And the pickled red onions. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What's
go.
our next one? Where are we going?
Next one's Jeremiah Red.
Oh, we got on a 3.
This
Let's
popped my
go.
cherry at BJ's.
That's so the Jeremiah Red is one of our most
That is a classic one for me.
it's one of our most award-winning beers that we
Yes,
have.
it is.
And it's one of our most popular beers that we have. It's 7.3% if I'm not mistaken. 25 IBUs. It's a true Irish red. And it is
Love it.
just
I've got a bit of Irish in me, so I always wondered why I love that beer. Let's go.
Oh.
Let's go.
cheers to that. I'm German, French, and Scotch Irish, man, so I can't say shit.
See, I was gonna say like I had like Irish on me, but that's a different conversation.
Hey,
Never done that
you
gene
weren't supposed
test,
to
so
talk
I
about
don't even
that.
know what the hell I have in me.
All right, so let's go to the Jeremiah Red.
All right.
Let's go to this
So-
Jeremiah Red.
So so on that note, in between the pouring out the beers and stuff like that, have you guys ever noticed that the logos and stuff like that on all of our beers have a very specific direction that we do with all of our
Correct.
beers?
So even I remember one of the first times that I think like I was just at the bar and I was looking at the different logos that
Yeah.
you have on the tap, and every single one of them is made towards the beer that it is, but it gives
Exactly.
you almost the story behind it.
Exactly.
So like Jeremiah Red, you see the Irishman
You
that's
see
on
with the
there, exactly,
beard,
with the red beard,
he's got
everything.
the
Yes.
Peaky Blinder
The
little
big-
hat.
Literally, he has the gentleman's cap and everything. One of the Tatanka, it has the bison on it, so like it tells you that story from.
That's a future show for
I
y'all.
love Tatanka just for the fact because of what's the movie? Oh God, Kevin Costner.
Dances with Wolves.
That's the Wolves. Thank you. Yeah.
That's like Kevin. Costner.
he's like Tatanka.
I almost told you Robin Hood there for a second, but I wasn't sure.
Hey, don't talk shit about Robin Hood, man. That's my favorite. Brian Adams is my dude.
That was a great Robin Hood movie.
No, it's great.
The one with Kevin Costner?
He's the only Robin Hood in history to not have an English accent and actually pull it off.
I only remember Robin Hood Men in Tights from back in the days.
Damn.
Because of my
Man,
brothers.
Man in
in
Tights.
Tights.
Dave Chappelle and
Dave
everything.
Chappelle.
Yeah, come on. It was
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
Yeah.
Blinken. God bless you.
Lincoln, yes.
No, my name is Blinken.
So many good ones. I remember seeing movies like that,
He
Spaceballs,
cut his
way
fucking
beyond
plane.
my time. Yeah.
Everyone checks
So
the script. Robin gets another turn.
But then, oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Yo, so your boy's gonna step away for 1 second.
Yeah,
Hold on.
go for it, bro. Go
Yeah.
for it. Man, got to go with discharge.
Hey.
Oh yeah,
That's the sign of a healthy beer.
so sign of a healthy bladder.
Well, that too.
Gotta go make.
Chen, you got your beer? No? It's coming. Damn, whoever that just was, I heard that
Yeah, I
swallow
heard
from
that.
here.
that was definitely me. That was
Hey,
me.
it was a good one.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there at 3.2. I love the Jeremiah Red. It's a fantastic beer. As far as Irish Reds are concerned, it's absolutely amazing. ABV, everything about it is fantastic. I'm just not a fan of Reds. It's
Yeah.
I'm a IP. I range depending on the mood and what I'm eating. I like the pair food. Like if I'm eating the tri-tip, or if I'm eating the our ribs or anything else, our Thursday specials and stuff like that, yeah, that it's fantastic. But just for an everyday beer for me, it's not my thing. But
Now, I intentionally left. Then I'm sorry to cut you off.
no. You're gonna come
I intentionally left the pumpkin ale on the table because the color tone to the two of them is so close to one another.
It really is.
Right, well, you poured out that for me, and then you grabbed.
You can see the
I
red
poured
is
another
just a bit more
Yeah,
red.
but this is mine.
Yeah, that's fine. This one is the Jeremiah Red here. This is the pumpkin ale.
Just a
And
bit
this
more
is
red.
Jeremiah as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm saying comparing
you
the
can,
color,
you can see the difference.
but not much. The color's almost identical.
The red has a fuller
The-
red to it.
The color, but the density is what's the difference.
Yeah. You can see that because the bottom. Look at the bottom of that cup where the yellow comes in versus the bottom of the.
And you could automatically
Barely.
you can like smell the one between the two, and you can automatically tell. Just the aroma itself
you might
will
need
hit
to-
you.
Yo, the aroma
I got
itself.
one.
Just you hit like
The aroma itself is dramatically different.
Oh,
like
okay.
like nutmeg cinnamon. It just hits you.
Mhm.
Right.
Just let everyone know Daddy's back.
Aye.
Hello, papi.
Bobby
Oh, by
Chulo.
the way, just to put this out there, the greatest name for any beer of all time, I got to give it up to him for Winwood, is Hobby Chulo.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
That's a good one.
That was. Remember, we had a
the name is great, but the beer was all right.
He
That's
wasn't
what
happy with it.
sucks. When you have a great name, but the product itself sucks. it's
beer-
merchandise.
It didn't suck. It was just.
It wasn't horrible. I just,
It's a session IPA. It's only 4.35%
As an
Yeah.
IPA. Wow.
as an IPA.
Okay.
as a hazy session IPA.
Oof. Yeah. That's
Which
almost strange.
has to be one of the lowest ABV level beers.
Ever drink?
So apparently,
No,
JP,
no, no.
you like the
Try 'em.
notebook.
Try 'em.
The same shit.
Yep.
Yeah, you just took the cup with the higher amount. Got it.
Damn right.
Yeah, all right. All right.
Look, I always have the cup with the higher amount. What was that, Chen?
Because it's a can. That's why.
3.5? All right, so Chen gives it the 3.5 on the Jeremiah Red. I was gone. No one gave scores, right?
3.25?
No one's giving scores other than changes.
All right.
Well,
Chen gave
I
it
already did.
3.5.
What's crazy, and this is gonna come as a shock because anyone who knows me and BJ's knows that this I
You always
ordered
go for the
like
red.
literally like 33% to 50%.
How many times have I said like red?
Exactly. That was my thing. My name might as well
I
have
don't
been
even
red.
say hi. I just go red.
Exactly. That was it.
Red.
But now that I taste it based off of other beers, and obviously, like when
Well,
you
it's also
drink, it's not
canned
gonna
as
be
well, but
yeah,
yeah.
Now you're getting the tasting. Like
it's
now
like
See, we're going up the ladder.
yeah,
on
that's
things,
what's
though.
crazy. I'm probably gonna give this maybe a solid 3. Just that,
3.
just a 3.
Really?
As I
Okay.
drink it back, it almost has an aftertaste that I don't love. Which I don't know if I
That's-
noticed it in the
that's-
moment, but now I feel
But
Yeah.
I feel like it's more like something that you
That's my
have like
thing.
when you need a good beer just to have at
and
that
I think
moment.
that's why I loved it in the
And that's
moment.
fair.
But if I'm
3's still strong.
Exactly.
That's not.
if I'm basing it off the beer itself, it's a 3. If I'm basing it off the experience, I'll probably give it like a 5 million because I've had so many great times with Jeremiah Red. But
Fuck you,
Yeah,
5.
especially 7.3%. Yeah,
Exactly,
You're gonna have a
but-
good time. Yeah.
with just the beer itself and as I'm tasting it, yeah, a solid 3. Like,
Okay.
and as a
okay.
red, I've had other reds that stand up. Believe it or not, crazy enough, Bahama Breeze has a red that actually is pretty decent. I would say it
She a
rivals
bartender?
this
I can't
one.
believe what you said. I have not been to Bahama Breeze in a while.
Yeah.
Bro, I haven't been to
Like, I don't
Bahama
even
Breeze in
remember.
The Brahma Breeze hasn't been there in a while.
Bro, I haven't been to Bahama Breeze.
I stopped going when they
Months.
stopped having like goat cheese tostones, which I loved, and then just took them away. I'm like,
I have no idea what you said, but it's okay. It's okay.
Those donuts.
goat cheese fried plantain.
I heard the goat cheese part of it. Yeah.
tostones is fried like
Plantains, like
straight up
smashed down.
flattened and smashed. They had like goat.
It,
like,
it was. You don't have
fire.
to. I was joking.
I'm
You don't have to explain it.
God damn it! I'm a serious ass person. That's why like most people-
I went through the whole Wahilo thing by working at Booyah and stuff like that. So I
I
got
said
it. It's
I just
okay.
didn't. I chose to not understand it
Hey, now
when it
you
was
say that.
feta and the,
Now that you say that, that makes a lot of fucking sense. Because the very few times I went there, half of the employees thought they were fucking stupid.
we're not defaming any companies,
No,
but
we're not defaming anybody, but it was just the
some people
experience.
just are stupid.
Yeah, it was just the experience. All right.
So I broke my back. It was spinal.
Damn.
Ernie
right,
just
so-
asked me if I like the Notebook. I just had to address that. What,
What a notebook?
what
It's a
was
Hey,
the
you
comment
know what?
that I made
Look,
that
it's a
elicited
fantastic
that?
movie.
Well, it's a great movie, but
It is
one,
a great
I don't
movie.
Love the movie.
Like I was like,
I'm
you're like,
being
yo,
honest
you
about
know
it.
what?
If
I'll
you've
fight you. I was like, yo,
Alright.
that's a great movie.
Yeah,
So
Bernie.
if you've never cried at the end of the Notebook, at the end of Click,
Oh, click.
I called
I like that. I
called
like
my
that.
dad
Oh,
after the first time I saw the end of that movie. I was like, Dad, I love you, Dad. He's like, yeah, going to sleep. Bye. I was like, okay, love you too, dude.
Damn.
oh. Now you're gonna make me want to watch Click when I go.
And the third one is anybody?
The third one, what?
Rudy.
Rudy under. Damn.
Did we just become best friends?
To be
Should have bump beds. We just so much more room for activities.
It's so funny that in the
Stepbrother,
beginning, I could watch a movie and I'll be like, yo, I must have no heart or ice full of like a heart full of ice because I don't care. Now, as I pass 30, I'm watching like a
Bro,
Disney Plus movie with my girlfriend and her niece, and I'm like, I'm like wiping a tear out the side of my eye. It's crazy how I get
No,
cracked
I don't
up
have
now.
that issue, bro.
No.
I just wait for the moment, and then I just look over, and then the wife starts slapping at me.
Damn,
She's like, "Why you laughing? Why you looking at me
Slapping
without
at you.
crying?"
Why you
Yeah.
crying? Why you crying?
I look at her, it's like, it's a fucking movie. No one's
Built
died.
different now,
It's
though.
a movie.
He's sitting
Oh,
there
yeah.
giving his heart.
You know?
Oh, yeah, I love our movie chat, but I need some numbers.
What
Some hard
numbers?
numbers from y'all.
Numbers. I already gave my numbers.
I
Wait, what was your number? I didn't hear your number.
I'm dead with
he
this.
you gave your number when he was taking a piss.
I was the
I
first
have
one.
your number, but I don't have your number.
Okay.
Hey.
This one a different route.
Hey, look at here.
So, by the way, you can find me
3.2.
down now. Yeah. No, what did I say? I said it was a.
3.2. Yeah,
Yeah,
he said his number, yeah.
3.2 for you?
I think
3.25.
everyone went
325. Okay, I didn't hear that.
But I
My
love the
apologies.
Jeremiah. It's not something that I'm going to order all the time, but it's something I'm going to order when if I pair it with food.
It's solid.
It is
It's-
actually, it goes great.
It,
with
it is.
anything.
I
It
think
is. It is
to
our
me-
best.
And I tell
oh,
people sometimes it's different. Like some of these beers, like they can like taste in a certain way. You can have them in a certain night.
It is
But if you eat
our
them with
best
food, it changes everything. It's like,
award-winning beer
listen.
that we have. Actually, when we first, 6 years ago, when we were doing our barbecue sauce, the Jeremiah Red was in our barbecue sauce.
really?
Just like even to this day, the Brewhouse Blonde is in our fish and chips. And-
I
Well, that's
don't
exactly
know
what I was going to mention now was
The
now,
old-
and I'm glad you brought that up, because in my head, while y'all were there discussing, I was thinking in my head, what the hell would I
that. Wow, we discussed
drink
All right,
this
on that
beer
note,
with?
so have you ever had the? So my guy right here. How would you like your nachos?
Fully loaded.
Fully loaded. You want chicken and chili?
No, I haven't done that.
You haven't done that?
The
Haven't done
piranha?
I haven't offered, but the piranha chili, right?
Yeah, I've had that.
The piranha chili. What's the piranha? The pale ale.
Yeah.
There's piranha pale ale in
Yeah.
our
In
chili.
Chili.
Yeah.
That's why
That's why I
it's
tell you.
piranha
I tell
chili.
some people like get the chili.
Interesting.
And it's also a great $5
Well, the
upsell
bread
for me, too.
bowl, the chili bread bowl.
Interesting.
And when you think about how many foods are cooked with beer as that thing that helps to like
Oh,
bring out the flavor.
I miss the porter gravy so much.
Wait, what?
I know you guys remember the lunch special, the chicken, southern chicken lunch special
Yes.
with the porter gravy.
I don't think
Sorry.
that was before my time.
That was
Yes.
oh my god.
I used to love that.
the corn succotash and everything else and the onions. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No.
That was my shit.
That was it. You got me salivating at the mouth
Oh.
right
All right.
now. But I'm just
Okay,
like,
I'm gonna
Hey.
try to keep her. I'm gonna round us back.
let's go.
Bring it
All right,
back.
And
Borata.
so
Where
the-
you at with Jeremiah?
The coup de grace. Let's go.
For me, Jeremiah Red is something that I think I would pair great with like a brisket. I would pair it great with a Tarasco.
And-
No. We say the same shit.
No,
We're at
he's
BJ's right
100%
now.
right.
What are you pairing
He's
the
100%
Jeremiah
right.
with while we're eating there?
I ain't gonna have anything there that I can pair with this shit up with.
He's
Really.
gonna
What are you
go with
talking about?
the tri-tip nachos with
Try-
Jeremiah
okay,
Red.
Sure. I can do tri-tip nachos with Jeremiah Red.
Oh, I got you. Ready? Root beer glazed ribs.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can see that.
High row.
Yo, Chen just said like he's gonna get the fried calamaris because
I do.
But we're 86 at, by the way. I'm not. No, I'm just
oh
kidding.
dang,
I'm just kidding.
We're in 60.
All right, bro. No more calamaris.
But no, root beer glazed ribs. Root beer.
Root beer glazed
Well, yeah.
ribs. I can. I can
I
do
do
Jeremiah Red.
really.
Or even that, the bacon jam, bone-in wings, boneless wings.
Damn. That right there will be
Oh,
fire.
cherry chipotle.
The cherry chipotle.
No,
I
I'm
do
I'm
enjoy.
gonna go for the
I
bacon
do
jam.
enjoy the
No, cherry
cherry chipotle.
No, I'm sorry. No, yeah, no, that's just the it's just for me.
Yeah, you know,
No.
we're just trying to throw up the menu for y'all, but
But I'm gonna give it a
Don't be
3.
nice.
I'm
They
gonna, I'm
paid
gonna
us
give it a
for
3 and a
this. They
quarter.
didn't get
No, I'll
that
take
up
it.
there.
I'll take it.
we're not paid by BJ. Just so everyone knows that we're just
No, actually, no.
we're just
good.
chatting like normal
No,
people
we're just hanging out
about it.
having beers. I paid for all this. So we're good.
Yeah.
So
So Borata, I'm still waiting for the number.
I said
he
3.
said-
I said 3 and a quarter.
he said 5 and
Three
a
and a
half.
quarter. All right.
5
and
3. 3 and a quarter.
He said 3 and a quarter.
I give it 3 and a quarter.
A
All right.
3.
So I
and a
already know what the final one is going to be, the final number. So let's start cracking out the committed.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Woo! Your boy
This is the one we've been waiting
has
for.
been waiting for this.
This shit can go back in cooler.
Yeah. So, Committed Double IPA is my favorite beer that we have. It's 8.6%, 95 IBUs.
100% real deal.
Holyfield.
There we go.
That's what I'm talking about. But no, it's
If it's
100%
the first time y'all
absolutely.
jumping on this show, Hyro just drinks straight up out of the can. So sorry, y'all.
So,
No, you left
Not-
all your
not-
Jeremiah Red, bro.
Ooh,
all right. So the Committed Double IPA, there's something very, very special about the
me.
Committed Double
I thought we were
IPA.
about to fight.
Because the the double IPA process. So every IPA has a very like for instance, the Piranha. And we were talking before about each label on our beers and stuff. It has a very specific reason, and it tells a story. So you have the Piranha. It's the Piranha
That's a
fish.
porata.
Right?
And so the Piranha it's a Piranha because it has a bite. So it grabs you.
Makes
It's a
sense.
pale ale.
Yeah.
Right? You go to the hop storm. The hop storm. It's a storm of hops. It's a hop storm.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You get the Committed. That's a whole nother story, man.
You're committed to that.
Most
See,
IPAs
I
and
committed
stuff like
since day
that.
one.
You go West Coast IPAs, New England style IPAs. You have the hazies and everything else. This IPA is fantastic, man. This is the only IPA that I've ever had that is actually a drinkable IPA. Something that you can actually sit there and take a sip, and it just follows. It cascades. It's
Alright.
amazing.
You know what?
Chen.
I'm someone who's an IPA lover. I got introduced to beer as someone who was a party goer. So it's like, just drink a beer, you're gonna get drunk.
Yeah.
And then after a while, what was this place?
I had intrusive
World
beer.
of
that
Beer.
everyone loved. The World of Beer came around, and then I had a friend that
World of
took
beer.
upon himself to get
Elysium
a
and
PhD in
stuff
beer.
like that. Yeah.
So he was like, "Dude, you have to try this. You have to try that." Eventually, I found
he was a hipster, right?
No, he's not a hipster. He's just a dude who loves drinking beer, still to this day. And so he was just like, "Oh, you got to try this." And I've always latched onto IPA.
Yeah.
I've loved different IPAs, but when I found Committed, Carlos is the one who introduced me, and then Hyro is also another person that we've drank it together.
And
so
I'm the
many
one that poured the
times.
beer for you.
Exactly. It's a beer that has never wavered in 3 years of me trying different iterations of it. In me knowing other different IPAs, it's never made me be like, it's changed or this or that.
See,
It's always, I'm committed to it.
consistent.
Any man with
it's a committed IPA.
Any man
It's a
with
committed
commitment issues can commit to this beer. That's a beautiful
That's
thing.
why,
consistent.
that's why I wear my socks when I drink my beer.
Hey, I love that. Love that.
But see, that's the one thing that like my favorite style of beer, my favorite type of beer is IPAs, because of the fact that
Wait, hold up. Hold up. Chen is throwing up his numbers. I don't want
Those are some
Oh,
nice
he gave
numbers,
it,
though.
like
I
it's
just
great
wanted,
numbers.
I just wanted to make
Hold
sure I
on.
understood the
I
numbers.
saw 5.
That's all I saw.
Yo,
I was
hold
like,
on.
hold
I
up.
saw
What-
5.
Breaking news.
Okay.
Breaking news. Chen just gave it 4.5.
And
John.
Chen ain't a
4.5
drinker.
from
y'all.
Chen.
On the Richter scale, we're good.
Chen, no, Chen's
is
a,
drinking. What are you talking about?
Let me define this. Chen is a drinker of rum. He's Jamaican. So for him to rate a beer like that, that's not Red Stripe, that's groundbreaking, y'all. Thank you so
and
much.
blue
Damn.
champagne as well.
Hey, let's go.
Pirates, yes, eh?
All right, so we got a 4.5 from
But I
Chen.
like that.
Chen just gave it.
That's nice, yo.
Look,
But
I normally give it to our guests, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, this is one of my high ones.
no, I know.
This is definitely a 4.5 for me.
no.
Like this
I'll
is
I'll
my
take 4.5.
yo. Like for 4.5 is a lot.
That's what she said. But
Like
yeah, but I'll
this,
take 4.5.
yeah, that's what she says all the time. But
just a tip.
like it is. I'm
Don't be scared, white girl. It's okay. It's okay.
shut up, Chad. So Chad just grabbed the cigar and said 4.5 and tried to like,
man.
nah, we ain't talking about size, homie. We ain't talking about size.
Professional.
Hey.
Damn it.
It gotta be double that size. I know black. But I
All
black.
right.
In Dominicans, that's how we speaking. But one of my favorite drinks.
What, you gonna cut it?
So you were talking about your 4.5. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I love you.
Oh.
All right, so
You
Yeah, it's just
Sponsored by
like,
Red Stripe, by the way.
like JP, like JP was saying, like, yo, Committed has always been a steadfast brew.
It's always
Has been consistent.
Yeah.
always.
Gets me through sometimes rough days. Like, it is one of those reasons I'm glad that you can get it in a can sometimes.
That's what she said about the 4.5.
You know what though?
Hey,
I had
sometimes you don't
I had
need a
never seen
10,
the
sometimes
artwork on the can until you gave me these cans.
This,
yesterday.
I'd like
So
the
that's-
Committed
so-
never. You can never
So
see the Committed
Does it
can.
look like anybody you know?
What, you're referring to yourself?
No.
No,
The
bro.
Hulk?
No, I'm
Bruce
not.
Banner?
Obviously, I don't have enough. I have the whole LeBron thing going on up here, so I don't have enough.
It's supposed to be like the Hulk
Me,
or
bitch?
Bruce
But
Banner.
but so
Bitch, you're not even showing the can.
all right, so who?
Oh, the can is in front of the camera.
No, closer.
No, so but yeah, but it's
So
very,
are people on the
so
podcast?
I've been asking him for 4 years now to be the Committed guy for
He'd be
Halloween.
great.
Who am I talking about?
I would say him.
Not him. No, somebody I work with.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, that manager you got?
No, it's not a manager. The guy behind the bar. Sometimes
Yeah,
is he a manager now?
I thought it was manager.
he's the guy that. Yeah, he's awesome, man.
Yo, he definitely would actually be great. Like,
No, seriously,
you
look,
fuck
look,
up his
look.
beard,
I'm
give him
not
like
thinking about
the
saying that.
chemist
all
goggles.
he had to do is put
Oh,
goggles
hell
on.
yeah.
That's
I
it.
could see that. I can definitely
I-
see this
I-
guy
I-
definitely looks
I
like the
want him
can.
to be the Committed guy.
If you guys look at that can, this gentleman that we were talking about
you know
definitely
the best
can
part?
be a better version of it.
You know what the best part is? His chef's coat has the Committed logo on the side.
He needs to be the Committed logo.
No, he is.
They
Yeah.
need to have
Yeah.
like an event. Just be like, hey, who's the best?
No, it's like I said, it's all decided upon
So-
by the bridges. But so
I'll ask you the question after we're offline.
Okay, so all right, so you got mine,
All right.
JP. Number.
For this one, dude, probably a solid 4 point.
375.
No, 4.25.
Okay, 4.25.
Yeah.
Got for JP.
He already said his.
All right, our favorite bartender. What we got? What we got for the Committed?
So I feel in a way I want to be like Billy Bob. Or was in
Sling Blade. That's
Varsity Blues?
Varsity
Varsity
Blues.
Blues.
But
Yeah.
it's tan.
Gonna give it a 5.
So I will say this every time. The double Committed IPA is my favorite beer. It's a 5.
It's a 5.
Okay.
It's
All
a
right.
5. It will always be a 5.
5 people.
It will never waver. I got 5 fingers. Well, I got 4
And what
fingers
did
and
they
a thumb.
say to your face?
But it's fantastic, man. This is my favorite beer.
All right, Boradiga.
I don't know
Come
about
on.
you, but I got 10 fingers.
You give 2 5s?
We have to divide by 2.
It's a hard call. I'm undecisive between
Well, you have plenty of fingers to
Wife.
I'm undecisive between a 4. Nah, it don't meet that
better what?
polyjuice.
My juice is different, Pablo.
Polyjuice is a different league of beer, and that immediately was
Damn, I gotta
Surprising.
try this Polyjuice.
Yo,
Shit.
Polyjuice.
I have no idea what
Polyjuice
right
Polyjuice
here,
Potion.
Saint Marie.
Let's go.
Are we talking
um,
about Saint Germain?
I'm gonna give this a 475.
I knew you'd say that.
Ooh,
I
that's
knew you
valid,
would say
Pablo.
that.
I'm gonna give it a 475.
All right. Look, this
For
this
a double
IPA
IPA, it is not bad.
got
And that's
over 4.5
for,
from everyone.
For me, so that's the beauty of an IPA. Out of all the beer categories, an IPA, you can do so much
Mhm.
with an IPA.
That's the thing. A lot of people are scared of IPAs. We're hoping to get people more
But that-
into
that's- and
IPAs
that's
because
what-
it just goes in so many
So-
different realms.
Well said.
It's hoppy. I don't like it. Okay, cool. Try
Tastes
new
like a
one.
bag of
try
nickels.
it.
Try a double, and like we told people multiple times,
Try
a double.
I'll push them to a
What?
double.
I'm like,
or I'll
and
have
they're
a-
like, oh,
or I was
wait,
like,
that seems-
all right, so one of my so first of all, so I love Voodoo Ranger. All 4
Ranger is
Voodoo
good.
Rangers,
I
New
do
Belgium
enjoy-
Voodoo
yeah.
Ranger, the Imperial, the regular, the Juicy Haze, the Imperial Red. Voodoo is freaking amazing. All right. But if you push yourself into a New England style IPA, a Juicy Haze, or Sierra Nevada has the hazy little thing, or
The
Dogfish
haze,
has the Hazy O, or if you or like I said, the Session IPA, which is a lighter run of a hazy IPA, which is a New England
Talking
style
about Dogfish,
IPA.
we still need to go to Dogfish.
But
We
then-
got to go to Dogfish before they close, bro.
But most people think IPAs, they go to, I'll have a Lagunitas. or I'll have a Stone IPA. They'll go for a West Coast IPA.
That's crazy. I
West
love
Coast IPAs are very piney. They're very, they kind of just grab you right by the middle of the face. And it's like, this is an IPA.
It takes from the region. It really does.
And that's exactly.
And that's what I love about.
Exactly. And that's what.
This is what I love about beer, people.
What I love about IPAs, man, because IPAs can be East, they can be West, they can be South.
You'll taste that subtlety.
Or someone
Like an
brings them both
Oktoberfest
together.
is an Oktoberfest, but an IPA can be whatever you want. IPAs are
There are
great.
so many different
People
IPAs
hate
out
them,
there.
but it's like no.
To me,
Like sometimes there's
IPAs.
IPAs you don't even know they're an IPA, and they're a goddamn IPA.
I got you right now. So people who say they don't like IPAs have not had the right IPA yet.
That's a great point.
I think we said that.
Because we brought that up multiple times in prior episodes. Is when I started having IPAs at the beginning,
I couldn't stand them.
the first few IPAs I had,
Oh no, some of the people when we had the Committed, they didn't know it was an IPA. I know. I was like, yeah, have this, and they were like, oh,
some of the IPAs I had at the beginning, bro. I'm gonna be
Well,
honest
most of
with
the people will say, but I'll have what he. Well, what how are you? I'll have what he has. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then they grab an IPA.
you. I
and
wouldn't
then they
drink
hate
them.
Yeah, I didn't like them.
And full respect to Funky Buddha, they got great beers, but
Mm.
they have an IPA that I tasted at the beginning, and I thought at that point after tasting that IPA that I would never have IPAs.
Oh, you know what got me? Oh God, what's when I was at Titanic?
Titanic by UM?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I forget what they have.
Oh God, what's the IPA? Well, they had their own double IPA that Matt made. That was amazing. Oh my God, can't remember.
It always sucks when you forget things.
Like
It'll come
it was
back.
like 15 years ago. That's what she said. For God's sakes. It's a look IPA, but
It's
Well,
one of those, bro.
yeah.
bring
you
no,
back.
No, it is.
Don't stress it.
We'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. They'll come back to me.
All right, so
It's not delirium. It's
Delirium Tremens.
Tremens,
Wow.
But I feel like I can have
Tremez.
this IPA, this double IPA. I would pair it with a nice steak.
so this is a big one. So
Oh yeah.
last thoughts.
That's big 14-ouncer prime rib.
Yeah, this with a nice prime rib steak.
Actually,
This-
IPA wise, the spicier the better, man. If you're gonna do an IPA, the spicier the better.
I gotta say, this is for me. All foods. I don't
Oh, I can have this with anything.
committed with anything I'm
if
eating.
the only beer I'll drink with anything is an amber. But when it comes to like a regular IPA or double IPA, I'm going spicy.
That's why I always get this. It goes perfect. I'm like,
This I feel like is almost a celebratory drink. Like there's very few beers that I have while I'm celebrating. It
And
feels
sit
like
there at
champagne or something.
8.6%.
Yeah,
not only
like,
celebratory, it's an occasion.
It's an occasion.
So by the way,
like
I'm only
it's,
having-
it's you don't have to celebrate. It's an occasion, depending on what type of occasion.
The fact that she's still watching this shit.
Oh,
because by
there
this
we
time
go.
she's typically knocked out.
I just remember
What is your
Ipa.
rating to this beer?
resin IPA. There we go.
That's you.
No, yeah, that's me.
I
But
just
she's.
gave my rating.
Oh, you just gave your rating?
Yeah, it was 4.5.
Oh, yeah, it's 4.5. I'm gonna stick to
Dude,
475.
You said 975. What are you talking about?
475.
Carlos is done.
All right, y'all.
Bro, I'm good.
Love y'all.
Anyways,
All right. Any last words from
any
anyone?
last words from any of y'all?
Yeah,
He did rate.
I did 4.25. I think. Yeah.
All right, so we got 425. We got 4.5.
Yeah, I went full on Billy. 10.
You got full
No,
on
but see,
5.
like this is the best
Can't give
beer.
it 4
Full on 5.
This,
475.
the Committed is the best beer I've ever had in my life. The best beer. Ever.
And,
One of my favorites.
and
one of my go-tos.
Steven over there
I'll
gave it
take
a
it.
4.5.
Always happy to see it in a can.
All right.
Even
It was-
even better in a long draft. Yeah.
Long draft.
Well, it's only 12 ounces. So my apologies.
I think a 22 would be good.
22.
Anyways, guys, thanks for chatting into Outdoors Brews and Barbecue. That is it for today's episode. And a shout out to Mike for bringing us some beers from BJs Brewhouse.
Thank you. Our favorite bartender from BJ's.
Favorite
And in
bartender
general,
from BJs.
bartender in general.
And of course, our special guest JP. First episode with Outdoors Brews and Barbecue.
Yes,
First
One of my
and first.
favorite people in life.
It was a fantastic
Hey,
go around. Let's do
long
it
distance
again.
high five, popping that cherry.
Let's
There we
go.
go.
And
Yeah.
Boom, let's go.
Hey, yo, don't
I
forget
do
to
look
say
forward. I
Late
do
to
look
Chen.
forward to a future episode with Mike again, where we will be bringing in the Grand Crew.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And for that
Oh
one,
no!
that
Don't
one-
even say no. We can't even
that
talk too
one-
much. No, don't say too much. It's supposed to be a surprise for everyone.
One, I gotta get
All
back
right,
to
so
that one. That's all I know.
spoiler
Huh?
alert.
No spoilers here.
No.
Especially when it comes to the crew.
So Grand Cru is a Belgian style,
That's my
Okay.
type of beer.
triple Belgian.
Mm. Delicious.
So I have a few stories about, like I said the other day, within 3 days, all of a sudden disappeared. But we won't talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when that episode comes around.
yes.
But so the most popular beer that we have is our Grand Cru, and we're
Alright.
coming up on our 23rd Grand Cru.
Really?
23rd anniversary.
Okay.
It'll be around 10.5%. True.
That's what I'm talking
Triple
about.
Your boy
Belgian.
loves it high.
True triple Belgian.
I heard 100%.
Tourist trap. If you like Father Francisco, you'll never go back. You'll leave him in San Francisco. It's amazing.
Love my tourist trap, and I love my Father
Yeah.
Francisco.
Tourist
on the
Trap,
off
Father
season.
Francisco,
Remember, I used to drink the Father Francisco.
But,
sorry, the
Grand
tourist trap.
Crew, Golden
So
Monkey.
You have about 28 days.
Oof. That means we were right around the corner.
No, don't tell
right.
people. It's like we'll
right.
just bring you on. It's
Yeah,
gonna be a
We'll
surprise.
do it- we'll
And
do
I
it
love
like a-
Second Tuesday
All right.
in November.
We'll do it like a Black Friday episode.
Was that because I'm
All
white, or
right.
is that
So,
okay?
all right,
Anyways,
everyone.
that is it, guys, for this episode
Cheers
of
and
Outdoors
tears.
Brews and Barbecue. We getting fingers over here. What's up?
Oh, damn. Okay, I appreciate that. So
hold up.
for
Yeah,
anyone
so
that
there's a little
doesn't
bit
know,
going on right now. We're gonna go, plug in JP. Oh, sorry, I just cut you off.
No,
like
it's all good.
JP.
It's all
What's
love.
up?
It's all family here. So appreciate Jay for Chen. I am opening up a studio with some people. For anyone who doesn't know, it's Breaking Expectations Studio. Should be open in the next 3 to 4 weeks. It's going to be on 131st Avenue and 120th Street.
That's in Miami, Florida, y'all. So, if y'all don't know,
Let me know.
305.
Big things happening. It's going to be full recording and photo studio. But
Oof.
let you know, Penthouse Studios is number one. So come here,
you
come
know?
there. Either way, you're going to be treated like family, no matter what.
It's fam. Either way we going. All
Let's
right, I
go.
love
Definitely
that.
first
love
time.
that,
I'm
Jay
definitely coming
Pizzle.
back. This is awesome, man.
Alrighty.
All right.
Well, I guess that's
We
officially
good?
it.
Cheers to
Vamos.
that, bro. Good for you.
It's officially it for this episode of Outdoors Brews and Barbecue, guys.
Thank you,
Until the
chat.
next one.